Hello children. Today let us learn the summary of the lesson V.V.S Laxman, very special. This lesson is in the form of an interview. Here we learn the pattern how to write an interview. That is, firstly we introduce the person, later we go on with a few questions. And remember children, these questions should be open-ending questions. In order to make an effective interview, the questions should be such that it makes the interviewee open up with new thoughts, new ideas, new opinions which he or she has not revealed before. So this interview should bring in new ideas opened. So the questionnaire should be such that it brings out the newer side or the hidden side of the interviewee. And children, as we interview great persons only, we already have an information, or we already have a set of information about those people. So it should be like something which calls forth the inner feelings or the opinions or the future plans, something very abstract, not the one which is visible or already known. So you can also prepare a questionnaire giving a statement and attaching a question to it. Now let's go with the interview here. In this interview, V.V.S Laxman, his full name is Vangipurapu Venkatasai Laxman, is announcing his retirement. And that day or on this occasion, the sports star, the reporter or the representative from the Sports Star magazine is interviewing V.V.S Laxman. And V.V.S Laxman has been in cricket for 16 long years, and today he is announcing his retirement, and now he shares his experience in this lesson. The first question that the interviewer asks is when he looks back, how his journey was. So this is a huge, a wide-ending question, an open-ending question, where the interviewer has lot of scope of opening up, telling his opinion, and he can start as and how he wishes to. There is no restriction that he need to focus on one thing. It's up to him. It gives him a wide range of choices wherein he can opt for the way that he wants to present. And here we see V.V.S Laxman answering this way, that he was very happy to be selected by the Hyderabad Cricket Association, and firstly he played for the under 16 level, later for under 19 level, and then by 18 years old he was playing the Ranji Trophy. So he was very thankful to the Hyderabad Cricket Association. And then he also says that all the 16 long years that he has served in cricket has a good ending. The conclusion was well good. That is, the conclusion where he is concluding his cricketing career is completely satisfying to him. So he is very happy with his 16 years long career. And then the next question goes this way, that who has been the biggest influence for him? And he says that his parents were his great influence. They taught him the philosophy of treating success and failure in the same wavelength, never being too excited nor getting depressed. That is, if we are successful, we generally get overexcited, overwhelmed, and we start celebrating and jumping up to the sky. And sometimes when we lose, we sit in a corner and cry or get depressed. This is not the way it ought to be. We need to handle success and failure in the same wavelength to exhibit a mental maturity, a mature mental level. And then the interviewer asks him what the sport has taught him, and he says that the sport has taught him character. Generally, when people are asked what the sport taught him, they generally speak of the bowling tricks, batting tricks, and fielding of the field and all the stuff. But here VVS says that it taught him character, that is to have a balanced character wherein there is not much an over nor a let down depression, where there is always a stable mindset, a consistency and persistency in the mindset is what the sport had taught him. And later the question is, what was the most difficult part of his career? And he says that the part or the moment when he had to select between cricket and academics, it was a tough task for him to choose either cricket or academics. And then he belonged to a family of doctors, and it is quite a natural desire and obvious attraction to become a doctor. And here he had to go out of the box. He had to think beyond the normal people, and he had to make a stern decision wherein his uncle Baba Mohan helped him take the right decision, that is to follow his passion rather than go for the monotonous way of how people go. So he took cricket as a career with the help of or with the encouragement of his uncle Baba Mohan. And then the next question is the modern day youth facing a problem in having their talent recognized? Generally, there is a notion that because of the growing competition, there is not much scope of excelling in the field. But here V.V.S Laxman gives a clear picture that now the media glare, the social media gives lot of scope for the new talents, wherein they have lot of scope to be recognized. So this gives them a lot of opportunity to get their talent being recognized. All they need to do is come out with new ways and focus all their talents in the right way, channelize that in a constructive way. And then every time he was dwarfed by people, he was suppressed by people. How did he get the energy to emerge more than what he was before? That is what it means. Emerge as a giant means more than his previous level. When people started suppressing him or dominating him or pushing him down, how did he energize himself with an energy more than his previous level? How did it happen? And he says that the secret for all his energy is his parents and his entire family, because though he won or lost, they were never changing their attitude towards him. They were always the same. Whether he won, the same way, whether he lost, they behaved the same way. This made him confident in himself, and this gave him the inner urge to keep them always happy by winning the game. So their consistency in holding on to him, to sticking to him and always hoping for a better future made him think for the brighter side of the darker cloud. And then the next question is, what were his biggest moments in cricket? And then he says that he was never a part of the World Cup when India was as the #1 team, but he was proud to be a part of the Test cricket team where India became the #1 in the world, and his 281 runs against the Aussies in Kolkata was the most. And the next is then he says that what was the most important part of his career, then which captain was much an influence for him. So he says that he was very lucky to play under Saurav, his first captain, and Sachin as well as Dhoni. These captains always exhibited leadership qualities which were a true inspiration motivation for any team member. Anyone who was in the team felt very comfortable and inspired, and they always gave equal importance to everyone. This made him comfortable enough or choosy enough to get to the roles wherein he can give the best to the team. And then the next question is, how different was Sourav Ganguly's captainship? And he says that the coach John Wright gave them an exposure and awareness how the team can carry itself rightly in the foreign land. So this gave them an awareness how they are going to carry themselves, so they could do well when they were abroad also. And even Sourav gave them lot of encouragement while playing. And then, what was the funniest incident on the field was the question. He says that once when he was taking a single in the oval in the stadium, he collided with Sourav. Generally, we see a batsman running, looking at the ball and not looking in front of them. So that way he was looking elsewhere and running in the front, and there was a runner coming from that side, the other batsman Sourav, and both of them collided with each other. That was the most embarrassing moment. And then, when is the most disappointing moment for him is the question. He says that when he is unable to take the catch, which the bowler makes the ball into a catch, so much of efforts are put in by the bowler. When he cannot take the catch, he feels extremely disappointed for disappointing the bowler. And later the question is, what are hobbies? And then he says that he spends time with the family and also reads biographies of successful people. This lets him relate his life aspects with the life of those people and helps him to tackle it in the right way. And then they ask him, he is a family man, how does he balance or how does he manage being a celebrity? So he says that he never thinks himself to be a celebrity, and he says that he is very lucky to have a well-knit family wherein they treat him every time the same way, whether in the house or outside the house, and then he enjoys his family life a lot. There is not much difference when there is success or failure. So he feels that the love and affection of the family keeps him always a complete family man. And who are the cricketers whom he admires is the question. He says that he admires Azhar and Sachin and Kapil too. And what is his favorite cuisine is the next question. He enjoys Thai cuisines, that is the dishes, recipes from Thailand he likes very much. And the music he likes are Kishore Kumar and SPB, and TV programs that he watches are singing and dancing competitions and reality shows, wherein he enjoys looking at new talents blooming in the greater platform. And they ask him who is his childhood hero, and he says that childhood hero as well as his present hero is his dad, and he says he owes everything. That means all his success is indebted. He is indebted to his father. And then, what is that you miss by being a cricketing celebrity is the next question. Then he says that he never felt himself as a celebrity, so there is nothing that he missed at all. He always felt that he was an ordinary person, so there is nothing that he felt that he missed at all. And then they ask him about his post-retirement. Post-retirement means after retirement, what are his plans? So he says that he dreams of setting up a school and an academy, and he is confident that he would realize his dream. I hope you all understood the summary of this lesson. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.